Hey everybody, welcome to part 1 of the finale of Celebrity Apprentice. Last week, Stevie B was cut loose.
Sorry, Stevie B.
Yeah, you had to go home though. There was no other choice.
Yeah, now 4 remain. Trace Adkins, Carol Alt, Lennox Lewis, and Piers Morgan.
Well, 2 will be gone though before the night is over.
Oh my god! So
Yes.
all 4 of them will be interviewed by Erin Burnett and Jim Cramer.
The Reverend Jim Bob Cramer.
Yes.
So they're interviewing them about basically the charities that they're playing for.
Right. They're like, why did you pick this charity?
Yeah.
You know.
How much have you made?
All the key points.
Yeah. So Lennox Lewis basically is stumbling all over himself.
He's like, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, that's all, folks.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's saying, basically.
Yeah.
From the way they spun it with the edits, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, nobody really likes Piers. Nobody likes him. He's too harsh.
He is a businessman.
Yeah, but they just think there's something about him that's wrong.
You know what? He's like Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah. He's ruthless.
Oops.
What was that?
I kicked the camera.
Oops.
Okay, Donald Trump does the same exact things that Piers does.
I know.
So, you know.
But they don't like it. So, and he said he never made a mistake.
Jim Cramer was like,
Yeah.
like, oh, that's the first time I've ever met anyone in my career who hasn't made a mistake.
I can't believe that he actually said that he never made a mistake.
He's confident.
Alright, so Carol had a plan. Erin's favorite is Trace.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thought Cramer was a pit bull. And he is.
Or Trace did anyway.
Yeah.
'Cause he's like, ah!
Lennox is too laid back.
Mm-hmm.
And when Piers heard all this, he was really pissed, again, that nobody liked him.
Yeah. He thought he would be the top pick.
He thought everybody would be gushing. And he always makes that sparkly face like...
He's like...
Yeah, love
He
that.
makes his mouth all tiny.
I just want to smack him when he does that. So it's time to do some firing.
Yep. Lennox, I'm sorry. You're too laid back. You're fired.
He's like, okay, I could deal with that.
He's like, all right.
See you
Because
next
he's
week.
laid back.
Yeah. So then it's down to Trace. Move over. Trace, Piers,
And Carol. So Trump is in the process of, I don't know,
He's playing this out in his mind,
He's
yeah.
complimenting Piers, and he's like, "You're interrupting me." Blah, blah, blah.
You don't interrupt the Trump.
Piers does have a tendency to try to take hold of the conversation.
Right. Well, he is number 1.
He doesn't make mistakes.
No. So Trump is like, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up or you're going to be fired. Basically, because I wasn't going to fire you.
Yeah. So then Trump is like, Piers, who would you pick to be in the finals with you?
Right.
And he said Carol.
Right. Because I think he said that because he knew he could beat her.
I don't know. I think he could be either of them, but... Trump was basically like, I want to see what Piers and Trace will do against each other, so Carol, you're out.
You're very hot, and I like that, but I want to see 2 guys go at it.
Yeah.
So get the hell out of here, Carol.
And then Trump makes this face when she's leaving. He's like...
I can't believe how...
It was basically like, I want to see the 2 guys, so
Yeah.
goodbye, woman.
Yeah, I felt like really discriminated against as a race.
So he wants it to be good versus evil.
Right.
And UK versus USA.
Right. So they're going to be hosting a grand charity event.
Mm-hmm.
4 celebs return. And
Lennox,
who are they?
Marilu, Stevie B, and Carol Alt.
Woo, Stevie B.
Notice, Omarosa is not present.
Of course she's not. Stevie B, the biggest F-nut. I can't wait to see him screw everything up. I love it.
So, they flipped a coin to see who would pick first, and Trace won the coin toss.
Right. So he picks Lennox because that's Piers' security blanket and another Brit.
So then Piers turns it around and picks Stevie B.
Big mistake. Nobody wanted Stevie B.
They don't like each other at all. I'm surprised he did that. But then again, I'm not surprised he did that.
Yeah, he had to grab one of the guys. If he didn't, you know, chances are he would have ended up with 2 girls.
As much as they hate each other, they do work well together.
Right. So then Trace picked Marilu.
Yeah, so Piers was stuck with Carol Alt. I don't know. She was in the final 3.
She's pretty damn good behind the sandwich counter, I'll tell you that much.
She is. She does a lot of good, like, behind-the-scenes work.
Dirty work. Get her to do the dirty work. She don't mind.
Yep. So this whole charity event will be split up into 2 sections, kind of.
One team is going to handle the catering and the auction.
Mm-hmm. And the other team is going to deal with the Backstreet Boys, the entertainment.
I can't believe they're still performing.
I know. Well, they got back together recently. And they're going to be doing the decor of the event.
So both teams will be judged on the amount of tickets sold, meaning how much money they got for each ticket, because they could set the price.
How much money they made from the auction.
And how they handled their half of the task.
Yeah. And another little part of this task is they can add their own little items to the auction.
But anything that they sell in the auction, the money goes directly for their charity, even though it counts, you know, it might count.
Win or lose, it goes to your charity.
Right. So, this is scary. It's time to negotiate who will do what.
So Trace decides he wants to handle the Backstreet Boys and the decor.
Right. Well, Piers told Trace that he wanted to do that. But I think Trace would have taken that anyway.
He's in the music industry. Of course
he
he
knows
wants
that
to work
stuff.
with that.
He's used to doing that because he's one of the people that gets dealt with.
Yeah.
So, and Piers really thinks he's strong at getting money from auctions.
I think so too.
I do too.
He's got a lot of connections.
Well, it's time for a little meeting of the minds. Piers and Stevie B. Hey, Piers, what's going on?
I think we should focus on bringing in the money.
Oh, I don't know. I think Donald Trump might be interested in more than just money as the bottom line.
Are you stupid? It's all about the money when you're dealing with Trump.
Yes, Mr. Morgan, I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do?
Get to work on calling celebrities if you must.
All right, I'll give it a shot, Mr. Morgan, but I don't know. Hello, is Lindsay there? She's not. What about Alec? What about my brother? Can I get him on the line? No, not her either. Oh no.
Steven, did you find anyone?
Mr. Morgan. Well, it's short notice, sir, and no, I didn't.
You are an F-nut.
Oh, poor Stevie B. He tried so hard.
Stevie B, why are you looking for Lindsay Lohan? She was probably in rehab at that time.
She don't have that kind of money. Come on.
What are you talking about?
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan's loaded.
She's spent it on her drugs. Her drug paraphernalia.
I'm sure she's got some dough.
Well, I don't know. Trace has a big, big plan. He's gonna charter 2 private jets.
With all of his country friends.
With all his peeps.
Imagine being on one of those planes.
God, I hope that plane don't go down. It's gonna be like half of the country music industry.
Yeah.
So it's time, they're gonna negotiate for their auction items too. And Piers thinks he's gonna pull somebody big out of the bag.
He does.
The Duchess of York.
Oh.
Sarah Ferguson.
Fergie.
Ooh, she was looking old.
Just say Fergie and everyone will think it's
the other Fergie.
Stacey Ferguson.
They were wishing it was Stacey Ferguson. Piers seems to not recognize the fact that Americans don't give a shit about royalty.
It's a big thing in Europe, but
not here.
We don't have kings and queens in America.
No, so it's no biggie.
Still, it would be cool to meet her, but I don't know if it's going to be as big as he thinks it is.
She ain't going to be on the cover of the newspaper, let's put it that way. Everybody wants to see dirty old Spitzer. Hey, they should have got him for it. It's time to start dealing with the Backstreet Boys.
Oh my gosh. You need to mentally prepare for this because it is hell.
Do you have any, wheatgrass?
What the hell? You're
good
the
for you.
Backstreet Boys. You're not Britney Spears.
I know. Come on, get them some chewing tobacco and some, they'll be happy. No, they're not. They had a list like you wouldn't believe of crap that they wanted in the green room.
You were all hip and up there in the charts a couple years ago, but until you get some more hits, I'd be holding back on that wheatgrass.
Stick to a bag of green M&Ms and some Perrier and call
Why
it
don't you get
even.
some water and whatever?
some water and
they were
some sandwiches.
For, like, beer and wine and all this. You don't want all that before you perform.
Throat-coating tea and...
That can't be good for your voice.
I think it was more for the crew or for, like, the people that they invite backstage.
I guess.
So, yeah, they're being a bunch of F-nuts, basically. And it only gets worse from there, I'm sure. So, Piers has a little trick up his sleeve.
He does.
He's going to comp some tickets to some wounded vets.
I think it's like 20 tickets.
Yeah. Pretty smart.
Yeah.
Because,
even though you're not getting the money for those tickets, you got a piece of your charity there.
Right. That's really going to make people feel guilty, and they're going to want to give. He's smart.
He is.
He's very smart. So, next week, it's the final showdown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be live.
Oh!
I cannot wait.
Me neither.
We're going to put this baby to bed next week. So check in with us. Till then, much love.